Alrighty, so this is my review of the Logitech Combo Touch keyboard case with trackpad for the iPad 7th generation. I'm going to give you a review of maybe what I view of it working with around engines as more of an industrial view of it. I'm enrolled in an EST, Energy Systems Technology program at my local college, so I use my iPad mainly for handwritten notes. And when I broke it in my cheap Amazon case, that's a different video. We don't talk about that. Anyways, when it busted, I decided to get myself a nice case to take my notes in. And I saw this one, and I saw it had a keyboard and was sold on. So the case is a little expensive, coming in at $150 about for a case, but it has some really cool features. So to start, it has the kickstand here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is a thick case. And I've watched a few reviews on this, and a lot of people have complained that it's thick. For me personally, I like it thick because I feel that when this gets dropped or banged up, because it's going to be thrown in and out of a backpack, more than likely I'm going to have this sitting on tracks of a tractor looking at wiring schematics and things along that. I feel like this is going to protect my iPad, so I don't have any concerns with durability. The cloth is nice. It's easy to clean. I've used this for a couple days now. I've got some dirt on it. It wipes right off. My only concern for durability in the future would be the pencil holder is this sleeve. I feel like this would stretch out and wear out would be my only concern, but I can't really say one way or another. Up to this point, it's held up fantastic. So it has a kickstand here, kind of Microsoft Surface-y. If you guys can see this here, it slides back and lays flat, and then you can open it to the iPad, and you have your keyboard that folds out. The keyboard attaches using the smart connector here. It's not a Bluetooth keyboard, so there's no pairing. You do have to be on the latest version of iOS. When I first got this, it said accessory not supported. I updated to, I believe, iPad OS. Here, I'll check for you guys really quick. Settings. About, where is iPad OS? So 13.5. You have to be on iOS 13.5, I believe. For 13.4, I also believe it works too. So, very on durability, no concerns except maybe this wearing out, but that's not that big of a deal to me. For a writing position, once the case is detached on the stylus, it seems really good for handwriting. And I think for the rest of the review of the keyboard, I'm going to switch the camera to the overhead view here so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm trying to show you. So stay tuned while I switch that really quick. Alrighty, so now you guys are getting a little bit different view. So I'm going to lay this back. This is a lot lower than how I would normally type on it. And I'm going to open up Pages here to give you guys an idea. So as you can tell, your on-screen keyboard on the iPad goes away. If you detach the keyboard while in a document, it comes up. If you attach the magnetic keyboard to the smart connector, it goes away. So I'll shut this light off. I don't know if you can tell, but the keyboard is very well backlit. The backlit's even among the keys. So I'm going to type this. It's not a very loud keyboard. I apologize. I'm not used to typing on it. I was typing on it earlier today, and it is a very well-built keyboard. I have no concerns about durability. It honestly, I have a 2019 MacBook Pro 13-inch, and it absolutely feels better built than the wonderful cursed butterfly keyboard on those. So the trackpad, I'm going to move on from the keyboard now to the trackpad. Actually, I'll stay on the keyboard for one more second. I have one complaint about the keyboard. So I like to hit the corner of the spacebar key with my thumb. This comes from Command Spacebar for Spotlight. Something I've noticed is, so if I'm typing, so I can go high, and I just hit really slightly right there, it does not register it. You have to be out here towards the middle of the spacebar to get the spacebar. If you're over here on the corner, I don't know if you can see the cursor move here. I'll try to zoom in on it. So you can see typing, and I tap the corner here, nothing happens. I move over a little, and it actually moves it. So there's a little concern I have about the spacebar, a little complaint. The trackpad really makes the iPad feel different. 3-finger swipe up to go to multitasking. Once you're on an app, you can 2-finger swipe to close it. As you can see here, you're on your home screen here. I'll open up Pages once again. It'll open back up the document. You can use your shortcuts like once you're in, Command A, delete it all, backspace. You can jump up here, pinch to zoom. It really makes the iPad feel comparable to a computer. I was today, the first time, after a couple days of using the keyboard, I was downstairs doing homework, and I felt comfortable when I left the house to just take my iPad to take notes. Up until this point, I've used the iPad in OneNote for hand drawing and things along those things, such as just hand drawing notes, etc. Haven't had notes open. I always use Microsoft OneDrive and OneNote, but it really makes the iPad feel like a computer, is all I have to say. So now that we're going on to how the Apple Pencil fits in here, it slides into a sleeve here. It's very snug. Like I said earlier, my concern is this sleeve will stretch out. I believe this works with the Logitech Crayon. I would love to review one of those, but I don't want to buy another stylus. The Apple Pencil works great. Something I've seen a lot of questions: does the Apple Pencil charge while it's plugged into the keyboard? I mean, do you have to take the case off to charge the Apple Pencil? No, you do not. It sticks in there. It actually works really good because you can use the kickstand to hold the pencil, and it seems to hold up really, really well. It fits in there snugly. It might even be a little more secure because the rubber fits around it. And as you can see here on batteries, Apple Pencil 37% in charging. So overall, I would highly recommend this case. I know it is expensive, but it's almost half the price of the iPad. Actually, it is half the price of the iPad. So when you buy this, I would feel comfortable if all what you do with your laptop and you're using an old laptop looking to upgrade, I would recommend this over a Chromebook because I personally feel it gives you way more options than a Chromebook does. If you need the power of a Windows computer or a Mac and you know you're going to be doing more than, let's email, taking notes, I would still recommend a Windows laptop or a MacBook. But I really feel I would buy this any day over a Chromebook. So, and if you can't afford the keyboard case, I almost would go more for a Chromebook than this. But the keyboard really completes the iPad as a budget iPad laptop setup. So, my review of the Logitech Combo Touch is 100%. It seems like a good product. If I have any issues with durability, I'll do an update video. The keyboard holds up very good. The stylus still charges. The Apple Pencil charges, protects the iPad. It has a nice kickstand here. So stay tuned for more great content. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rowden's Car Ranch.